Hello everybody, my name is Marie George. I'm the product specialist and technical dispatcher for RapidFire by FreeMyIT. Right now I'm going to be discussing the workspace within RapidFire. We'll be going over things such as the main ticket view pane and its components. Basically, we'll just be explaining how the tickets are pulled up and what the buttons do within the main ticket view pane. Also the time entry area, how to review time entries and notes. We'll be going over the ticket queue display. Basically, how do the tickets get into the queue display and what tickets you're viewing at what times, depending on what you click on. The resource tracker, understanding what you're looking at and what it's telling you. The tickets by window. That is going to be a little bit trickier, but that's just basically showing us how to catch duplicates. There is another tutorial about duplicates which I encourage you to view as well, because we'll only be briefly touching down on that topic within this tutorial. We'll be going through the navigation pane, how to sort through queues and by resource and by status, as well as the live search field. That's basically the little search bar that's above the ticket queue display, and we'll just be kind of going over how that works, as well as the main toolbar, which holds some other functionalities and some other buttons that you need to be aware of. We're going to be touching down on all this stuff briefly. There are other tutorials that go into more depth than this one does. This tutorial is basically just to understand the workspace, so keep that in mind when you're watching this video. We're going to start over here on the right hand side in the main ticket view pane. This is whenever you click on a ticket, it's going to open up in that right hand side so you can view all the information on that ticket. Up here is where it has all the specific ticket information, like the ticket number as well as account details. This is where you locate the contact information. You have your buttons here, like your time entry, task note. You can accept it, which will change the resource to yourself. You can escalate it. You can also actually add a service call to it, which pops open into Autotask over here and just opens up the service call option and then saves that. Closes that actually after you're done saving as well. Set a follow-up. And obviously any changes you make, you can update it by clicking the update button, and if you don't like the changes you made, you can just revert it by clicking the revert button. This is the description field in here. And you've got your history down here. This is all your ticket history. Obviously, we probably can find one with more ticket history. Well, maybe not. We are using the Autotask demo account currently. So usually you'll see all your time entries and things like that by resource. Here's the entry, here's the time posted. You can also look at the configuration items about this account. Up here at the top of the ticket is your timer, your pause button, as well as being able to pull up the account detail inside of Autotask. And it'll pop right open to the account specific detail. See, isn't that nice? Straight to it. That's awesome. And also you can look up the knowledge base as well as open this ticket inside of Autotask. Over here in the middle is the ticket queue display. This is just going to line up all your tickets, and the tickets that are shown here in the ticket queue display are affected by what's over here in the navigation box. It's whatever you select over here. Like if we go into the new ticket queue, then you'll see all the new tickets in the ticket queue display. Open tickets. We can also change our queues. We can go look at resources. We also can find things like settings in here as well. And we can also quickly get contact information in here. Under the navigation window is the resource tracker. This is going to show what people are working on inside of RapidFire. So whenever we go and pull up a ticket, RapidFire users are going to be displayed as viewing in here. So as soon as you go to view a ticket, it's going to show that you're viewing it. And as soon as you go to make like a time entry, it's going to update to working. This is the way that other resources can tell what everybody's currently working on the desk at any time. This is definitely excellent for someone who has the role of a dispatcher or something along those lines. Below the resource tracker is going to be the other tickets by window. This one gets a little bit trickier, and there is another tutorial that discusses it in more depth. but this is how you can tell whatever ticket you're viewing currently. For example, this one by Dan Eckel, we can see any other issues that are open by Dan Eckel down here. It looks to us that he's got about 1, 2, 3, 4 tickets open currently. This is a way that other resources, when they're working with somebody on the phone, especially someone that you are having a hard time getting a hold of, as soon as you got them on the phone, you're like, hey, I noticed that you got other tickets open here. Can I help you out with those as well? And it usually ends up working out really good. You can double click on them and open up another box to work on those issues. And like I said before, this can come in handy in other ways. So I would definitely take a look at the duplicate tickets tutorial, because this is how you're going to close out and reference duplicate tickets down here. We also have the live search field up here above the ticket queue display. This is where you're basically going to be able to put things in. Let's actually switch over to open tickets so we have more options here. This is where you're going to be able to hunt down tickets by specific description. So it's just kind of an active search field. You can also search by names, for example, pull up Dan's tickets. Definitely look up the tutorial on searching and sorting, and I'll go into this stuff in more depth as well. Up here at the top is your main toolbar. We're just going to kind of go through this from left to right. This is just how to add a new ticket right here. We've got a tutorial on creating and editing tickets as well. Should look into that. Got the contact lookup. Dispatcher's Workshop. That's going to open inside of Autotask. Ticket search. The research option, for example. We're going to skip over this and come back to that. Here's your refresh button. This is going to clear out your cache. This is the I'm idle button. What this does is when you go to look at a ticket and you're shown up inside of the resource tracker down here, you can select that you're idle, and you're going to disappear from inside of this resource tracker once it posts back. There you go, gone. Obviously, we're really interested in any suggestions that you guys have, so you can submit suggestions to us directly, and we do try to add those in as fast as possible. You can also submit a bug report. This helps us improve our software, and we would really appreciate you guys doing this, just to make it a better experience for you guys overall. We're going to go back to this part right here, this show status here. What that is basically when you're setting up for first time use, you can choose what to exclude by queues or like by statuses. So basically in here, let's say new tickets, you can either have it set to show the not excluded ones, or you could show all tickets, for example. That's just a way of flipping back and forth real quick without having to change your settings. Okay, that wraps it up for this tutorial. We just discussed a couple things about the workspace, just where everything's laid out and located in RapidFire, also where some of the feature buttons are and what they do. We also talked a little bit about how to view tickets and by queues and resources, and how to see what other people are working on currently by the resource tracker, just seeing if they're working or viewing on a ticket, as well as seeing if there's multiple tickets open by a client inside of the tickets by window. We also went over briefly how to search in a couple different ways and how to pause and mark yourself as idle, as where as the settings are located. RapidFire is a free MyIT product. If you are interested in RapidFire and other free MyIT products, please visit our website at www.freemyit.com. If you'd like to register, please go to the website, click on Login, then create an account. Getting support from us is easy. Just email us at support@freemyit.com. Thank you for watching the tutorial.